basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Collins is out there with Gallinari, and it's Fernando in at center. And for Chicago, Markkanen and Carter are up front. Zach LaVine is out there with Junior, and it's Williams at the 3 spot. And it's Chicago to start out. All teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree.
And there it's all about getting inside positioning. As soon as Junior has it, he goes for the jam.
Here's Herter. Pass to Fernando. Shot clock at 6. A beautiful reverse layup.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Junior kicks to Williams. Pass to Junior for 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Gallinari with it. Last time out he had 14 points. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. And here's Young from the arc. Carter pulls it in.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Young left side. Makes it off the glass.
You just can't take Trae Young lightly from anywhere on the floor. These kind of shots will help him get into a rhythm.
Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
And both free throws good for Junior.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Young. And it's sent back by Carter.
How about the anticipation from Carter Jr. Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
And it's Young. That time on the assist from Gallinari. Young's got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Junior. And the rejection by Collins.
Good timing defensively. Collins just up there, the long arms, and quick off the deck.
Another 3 for Atlanta.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And it's Junior missing.
You know, I'd have been very impressed if he had got that one to go. Tough D.
Gallinari passes to Young. Another miss by Young. And so LaVine will bring it up now for Chicago. 4-point game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
.141 left to play here in the first. No one near him. And that one is off. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. And the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls, Daniel Gafford's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's White in for Williams. And then for Atlanta, Lopez, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Hunter comes in for Gallinari. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Herter. Now, here is Young. He's covered closely. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Timeout, timeout.
He's got 11.
And Trae Young will bury threes in bunches. So effortless.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari is proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Atlanta making some changes. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Magic, had a huge game. He dropped in 29 points, and he was a force on defense. Came up with a lot of steals. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. And Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Markkanen and Carter are up front. Junior's out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Young looking it over. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The putback, and Carter with his second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Atlanta's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Young for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
Now, here's Junior. He's guarded by Collins. 6 on the shot clock. LaVine, good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Herter passes to Gallinari. Outside Collins. Young with no one around. Hits the three-point bomb. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
This is Trae Young's game right there. Rise and fire. And these shots are helping out the offense.
Here's Junior. That one's not going to go. Collins with some nice D. Gallinari in the corner. Again, the Hawks score.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herter finds an open teammate.
Junior the pass to Williams. 51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Junior kicks to Williams. Offensive rebound. Junior lays it up off the glass. Junior's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Good intensity from Junior here. Boxes out to win the rebound and goes right back up for the score.
Young up top. 38 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
And that one's good, Junior.
But remember, Junior played lots of football growing up, so if it's rough and tumble down low, he doesn't mind it.
And stolen by Junior. Stolen by Collins. Now, here is Young. The putback.
And great activity from LaVine there. When he's engaged on defense, he's a difference maker.
And okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Gallinari is out there with Collins, and it's Fernando in at the 5. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
It's Young on the wing. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got 23 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now the pass to Williams. Inside. And Junior throws it down.
Right now, you just got to find ways to feed Junior the basketball.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Chicago. Valentine comes in for Williams. Tony Snell's checked in for Atlanta. Chris Dunn comes in for Kevin Herter. And so it's Atlanta with it. And Young with the basket on the assist by Collins. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
A big man, John Collins, seeing the court that time.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
The Bulls have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Kick out to Levine. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Now, here's Junior. He's guarded closely.
And you can only admire the grit that Junior plays with. He's not afraid of a little contact.
For Chicago, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. So for the Bulls, Young comes in for Wendell Carter. And it's Kobe White in for Levine. Then for the Hawks, Lopez, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Hunter comes in for Collins. And it's Reddish in for Trae Young. The Hawks leading by 22. Pass to Reddish. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Dunn dishes to Hunter. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Hunter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Here's Junior, and Junior throws it down.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Now Dunn, he has 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
First free throw is good.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Gallinari brings the double team. And Markkanen throws it down.
and that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine is out there with Junior, and it's Williams at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And the first one at the line is good.
Kevin Herter's favorite player growing up was Dwayne Wade, and that's why he wears the number 3.
Both shots good from the stripe. And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
That's a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward. They are just killing them on the interior.
Passes it to Herter. Alinari on the wing. From the arc. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Bulls trail by 17. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. They get it back. Markkanen, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Young from outside. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Junior. He can't get it to go. And Atlanta will come the other way. To the left wing. All sorts of time. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Junior's got 25 points in the game.
The contact can't phase Junior. He's used to playing that physical brand of basketball.
Young from outside. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 13. Young outside. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Atlanta leading by 13. Here's Fernando. He's guarded by Markkanen. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. Atlanta making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, your smartphone, or your computer. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Trae Young.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And his fire.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, Junior getting past the contact and just fighting for some space on the interior.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Lonley's checked in for Wendell Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Williams. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Zach LaVine. So it's the Hawks now. They lead by 11. Here's Goodwin. for Junior. It's deflected.
I swear Junior got a text message that time. He knew it was coming.
And I think they realize any hope of a...
Wow, hammering it in.
Oh, okay, Junior. I see you out there.
23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Goodwin feeling it out. It's Hill on the wing. And so it's Atlanta with the W. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So